Oh, because I'm not logged into Fantasy Grounds. Derp. Good job, Aaron. Okay. So from what I can see from the levels, it looks like everything is working sound-wise.
Yep. Somebody
Okay.
else speak?
Check.
Hello.
Oh, there, I spoke.
Yay! Okay. All right, I am updating Fantasy Grounds because apparently there's an update. Sorry, but we are streaming, so anything you say about the game will work, and I shall be in the game shortly.
It will be used against you.
That's fair.
Accurate.
I'm used to that.
Yeah.
This. Okay. So last game, I started off with a single question of, are you guys having fun? This game, I want to ask the question, what? And I understand this is a very tough question because we all have lives, and trust me, I fully get it because I'm working and schooling and trying to also maintain a family life. But what can we do to have more Discord involvement, I guess is the best term?
Make it work.
Yes, okay, so I just found out Pappy apparently his notifications stopped. So I will keep that in mind when I post stuff to Discord. I will also just ping on the text group that I posted to Discord.
Is that a problem on your phone, Pappy, or what?
Yeah. I went on the computer. It was uploading, and I see all these new messages from like October. I'm like, oh, okay. My phone just did not update or something. So.
What kind of phone are you running?
The Galaxy S7.
Insert Apple's the best joke.
Oh, please.
I was just gonna let it go.
You don't have to lie to make yourself feel better.
That's fair.
I have fallen off the wagon a bit, so
Oh.
I am sorry about that. I've had
Update.
a lot of interesting things happen to me the last couple months, so.
Anything good?
Still waiting for that.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, yeah, it looks like everything's good on my end, so.
I mean, yes, I want to be there for my friends for their bad updates, but hey, I'm really excited to celebrate their good updates. So if there are good updates, please let me know what happened between last game.
I only had one other migraine between that one and now.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's a...
Sure, that's one way, I guess. Do you get them often?
No.
Just had a bad spell on them, I guess.
I mean, depends, because you
That's
were getting them
true.
often when you were working at ATX.
Well, that should also say.
Is that migraine or is that just a compliment?
That's fair.
They did get better after I had my surgery, though. I didn't have as many. They've definitely decreased. Well, I say that. There have been a lot less this year than normal, but no, this I think was more stress from stuff.
All right, 1 second. Hold on, I gotta let Effie out.
Puppies. So, Pappy, are you still doing like training and stuff, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, I'm got another 4 years.
But that doesn't involve training the whole time, right?
No. Just once a weekend for once a month a weekend, and then I've got periodic 3 and 4 dayers, and then I have a 2-week event. It's fun. But I work every other weekend, so I get 2 weekends off, and normally one of them falls on my military weekend, so I get a weekend off. Matter of fact, I was mowing the grass in the dark with headlights today.
Like
Because
your
it's-
lawnmower has headlights? Because that's cool but weird.
They all have
The
headlights.
riding lawnmowers do, yeah.
Yeah, basically it's been 2 weeks since I mowed my lawn because of rain and then scheduling and the time change, and so I took off my blade, sharpened them, put them on, and put the headlights on, and started mowing.
All right, sorry about that.
I felt very proud of myself for my random ingenuity of I went to visit my family today and I was helping my brother and his friend screw. They had to get like a blade for a weed whacker,
Mhm.
and they couldn't screw this nut onto the thing. I was like, well, you gotta do it actually backwards because of the rotational part in the center. And they were like, what? And then they said some very
Wow.
inappropriate things. But
That has thrown me a couple times.
I've come across it before, so I'm aware of it, and like I've made sense of it before in my brain, but I never understand why they can't just do it the other way.
Make the thing spin the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
Rotational assemblies commonly have left-handed threads.
Oh, and also when I walked into the house, I have. I'll just do it from my phone. That'll be easier.
Yeah, I mean, but that makes more sense. Have it rotate the other direction rather than tighten
Why?
and loosen the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Well,
Do you know
Huh?
how much effort that takes to make everything else
exactly.
go
I mean, you've got to throw either another gear in or, change
You gotta build
the
the
way it's
engine
built.
entirely backwards. Like,
The-
no, just make a different nut. Make a
Exactly.
5-cent piece instead of replacing a $50 motor to make it now a $200 motor just because it goes the other direction.
Exactly.
So I put a photo of it in the general channel of Discord, but I walked into the house and saw that, and I was like, oh god.
Ah, come on, phone.
Who's getting
What?
high?
Well,
hell?
so my brother was
Who's-
teasing me. He's like, "Yeah, that's my super extreme bong for the devil's lettuce." I was like, "What? Okay, what is it?" But apparently,
It's
it
a
is a.
freaking vacuum pump, and
It is. It is a low heat, gravitational rotational distillery, basically. So for
Nice.
compounds that can't tolerate high heat, it uses that rotation and gravity to help pull the solvents out of the compound.
Where'd you put it?
You put it in general and Discord.
Okay.
And he's using a vacuum pump
Distillery.
To help the process, yes.
so he can keep it at lower temperatures and reach
Solutions
a boiling
and-
point.
Yes.
Compounds, right?
Right?
Those
Well,
things. Those
so
are what
I
we're
was
going
teasing him
for.
because, like, so he's a TA in like a biochem class and stuff, and I was like, but what are you using it for?
Yeah.
Hey, look,
Where's
it's
the
tasty.
wood chips or the
And-
half barrel or the
Not only, what are you using it for, but when am I invited?
Did he have his Breaking Bad shirt on while he was
Just
doing
say,
this?
I am
No.
Jesse.
It's so funny too, cause like so he has like this. He's so rustic looking. Like he has this really weird like country bumpkin hat, like not a cowboy hat, like kind of like a Stetson almost, but more country. And then like this like Steve Irwin like jacket that he wears. I love my brother, I do. He's special though, just like me in a different way.
Tostas.
But yeah, we're doing a lot of work on my dad's house because he's getting married next weekend, so we have a lot of family coming in town. But yeah,
Your dad or brother?
my dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
I would smack the crap out of my brother. He's only 18. Be like, no, I like your girlfriend, but no.
I forget the age difference between.
Yeah, they're 18 and 19.
Gotcha.
Notification settings.
So okay, there were a couple updates that I sent out, so I'm not going to assume.
Mobile
um,
push.
One, I sent out the recap of the game.
Yep.
I'm assuming everybody got that.
Nope.
Yes.
Other than Pappy. I'm also assuming. Okay, there was another thing I sent out. I know who got it because I know who responded, or at least I know who responded. Technically, I guess I shouldn't assume that if you didn't respond, you didn't get it. But I sent out the between game actions sheet
Uh,
Was it
or
I
the
don't.
after
questionnaire
game
thing?
form.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Aaron, Nathan, and Warren answered those.
yeah, I saw it and looked at it and thought I'll get to it later, and it just came back up in conversation now.
And here we are 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
Because
So-
life has that wonderful way of.
Hey, sometimes some characters just don't do things between games. You need to sleep at some point.
Well, after what he
Sandy's
went
old.
through, especially after what he went through, that would maybe make sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
To hibernate for a couple of days, and yeah.
I also sent out 2 mage talks. The first mage talk was about Prime, and I'm going to try to do that with the rest of the spheres.
That one. There was a second one?
Yeah, I only saw the prime.
I think I-
The second mage talk was feedback, how the game feels.
oh,
So Warren, in his feedback to me, he answered a question that I was like, "Oh, okay. I feel that this is very valid."
I got the prime, and I got you talking about Warren's response.
Yeah, and that's basically the second mage talk because I uploaded a doc that
Okay, I see the doc. I didn't even read the doc. I assumed for some reason that was a repeat of the questionnaire thing that we had filled out.
no.
So that's my bad.
Basically, the question that I asked is, "Do you have any questions about the story mechanics or world?" And his reply was, "So many, too many. I feel like we're infants with no comprehension of the world. It feels more like a mystery than an adventure." And I wanted to touch on that because World of Darkness really shouldn't feel like an adventure. D&D is an adventure. That's the whole. Like if you actually read the document, I go a little bit further into this, but basically. One of my favorite lines from Titterpigs is that you show me the XP system and I will tell you what the game is about. And D&D rewards adventure. You get XP for killing things, and like in D&D 4th edition, you get XP for collecting coin. So that's what that game is about. That rewards your behavior for doing that thing. World of Darkness is more just about playing to see what happens next. The rewards in here are much different. Did you have fun? Did you show up? Was there drama? Things like that. That's what you get rewarded for. So, I think that's everything I sent out. I didn't want to assume anymore that I sent out anything that you guys didn't see or read.
Well, speaking of XP, how is it being tracked? I mean, I've got a note here that says 15 XP, and that's all I've got.
Yep, that's what you're at.
Should have.
And I don't even know how to spend that. Do we spend it just like we do during character creation?
Yeah, so you can
Cheat
use
sheet.
the cheat sheet.
Oh yeah, I forget about the cheat sheet.
Make sure
I
you've
added
got the latest version.
Oh, I'm gonna have to download that. Where's that out again?
That's on the OneDrive.
There should be a
Okay.
permalink to it in the Discord.
Oh, thank you, Aaron.
Let's see. Yeah, if you scroll to the very top,
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be your very first link. The
Link to player books.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it looks like it's the very first file in there.
Got it.
I don't know if I made any updates between last game and this game.
It
No,
says
I
the
don't-
first was the last time it was updated. So
So I must have made some a
one
little
thing, yeah.
change.
No, I shouldn't say one thing.
Oh, yes, that was the thing I changed. Shane gain a beat. So I'm awarding a beat if I forego a backlash. That seems fair.
Okay.
Forgo a backlash?
Yeah. So he rolled for a backlash, but I didn't feel like a backlash was necessary in that scene. So I
So he's saving it for a time that it's critical. Thanks, James.
What is the little
But I thought
diamondy?
beats were
What is
good
the little
things.
diamondy thing? Beats are good.
Beats are good
Backlash
for
is fine.
you, but you get rewarded beats for things like if you concede in a conflict. So like you decide I'm
Yeah.
going to lose a conflict.
Mhm.
You should get awarded a beat for that.
Yeah, but it sounded like he was willing to get backlash and you said no? So nothing
But-
bad did happen?
He kept all the paradox.
So he's
So
still
when he
building.
continues to roll in the future, he's going to have
Okay.
that pool. That
That
pool
makes
is
sense.
growing.
Okay. Okay.
Yay.
He's just
Um,
building you a bigger time bomb, is what he's saying.
Hey, Shane, you want
Also-
to hang out?
I've
also,
got foo.
for the let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Also for the lack of beats that I handed out last game, everybody go ahead and gain 2 on top of what you currently have.
Okay, so if I have one.
Did you say beat or XP? I'm sorry.
Beat.
Oh, okay. Well, that answers my other question then. The little diamond with the numbers. How many beats? Got it. On a little avatar picture-y thing.
And
What do I
so,
want to
Sonny, you're at
increase?
5 beats now. Before you gain your 6th beat, you can choose to turn in your beats for an XP. But you can't have more
What,
than
say
5
that again?
beats. So you're at 5 beats right now. Before you gain your 6th beat, you can choose to turn in your 5 beats for a single XP. You can't
For-
have more than 5 beats.
Oh,
Now you can just hang on to the 5 beats and see what happens before you gain your 6th beat. But
yeah, I think I'll do that right now.
But like basically, when I say okay, go ahead and gain a beat, if you're about to gain a 6, you have to make a choice.
Okay. All right. So if I wanted to increase forces to 2, it'd cost me 10 XP. So I drop down to 5 XP. And I'd move up 1 in forces. I mean, that sounds simple, but I just want to make sure I'm right.
Forces an affinity sphere for you?
No.
You need 14.
Yeah, you need 14 then.
If you see,
Oh, increase attribute. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
so other sphere is 7 per level. So if you're going from 1 to 2, you need 14.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I don't remember what my affinities are.
You have 1.
Your
That's
it
entropy.
should
then.
be entropy.
Okay. You know what? Oh, damn.
Fuck.
I was going to do life 3, but I don't have enough.
Yeah, I should probably spend XP at some point, but I really got to figure out. Okay, so meta question.
Yep. That's what I actually like for the beginning of the games.
Given how you see that I play, what is the most useful thing for me to put like my XP into at this point? Like, I don't know if I should put it into more Arete, or like if I need to build up maybe my correspondence more because it's only rank 3 right now, or
So spheres can't go higher than Arete.
okay,
So
so
if you
I
wanna-
need to start with that.
Yep. And you got to let me know at least 1 game before you upgrade your Arete.
Okay, well let's plan on me doing that before next game then.
Okay. Then I will work on that. Hey James, work on seeking for Zenori.
Wait, doesn't Arete? Wouldn't that be 30 points to go to the 40 points to go to the next level of Arete?
Oh,
Right?
Mm,
Because
James,
if you've got
work on-
Arete 3,
work on seeking later.
if you've got 3 points in Arete now, and you want to go to level 4, that's 40 experience points to get to it, right?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Unless I'm misreading this.
It's expensive.
Okay.
It gets really expensive.
All right, so back to my former question. Given how I play, and that since I can't increase my correspondence anymore, Um, is there another sphere that would be beneficial? Like, I have forces 2 right now. I don't know if increasing that or if like putting a point in life or prime or I don't know.
Forces 3 opens up a lot of opportunities for you. Forces 2 is just like a
But
slight
that's also like 20 or 30 XP, right? To go from 2 to 3.
21.
Okay, so that's not gonna happen either. Okay, I'm just gonna sit on my XP then, because I only have like 11.
You should have 15, right? Shouldn't everybody have 15?
Yeah, we
Did you
should.
spend it?
So I haven't really figured out
Oh,
what
wait,
do I
everybody
give
should
for
have
people that
14.
miss a game,
Well, everybody should have 14.
but I'm okay with
Because
everybody
I had
having
one left
3 per
over
game
from
so far.
creation.
Well, yeah, so that's the thing is like I wasn't here last game, so I would have had
Yeah,
14.
but I mean, like you've missed a game, Shane's missed a game. I think I'm still okay with everybody having 3 per game for now.
Should
until-
I bump it up to 14 then?
Sure. Why are you down 1?
Wait.
I thought the 15 was if somebody had something left over from creation.
Yeah. hang
No,
Oh,
on.
there's
yeah.
been 5 games. There's been 3 per game. So
Then
I think everybody.
I'll change
There's
it to-
been 5 games?
This is game 6 currently.
Oh.
My
Well,
last game, I released the game 5 notes.
Yeah, okay. So if we got 3 per game, that would have been... Okay, that makes sense then. Never mind. My number is correct.
Like when you were saying that, I was seeing the whole like the all the calculus symbols floating behind your head.
Okay,
So
like,
there
wait,
was 3 per game, and we had
nope,
5 games.
Simple
yep,
geometry.
Nope, yep, no.
Hey, get down. Bad cats.
Yeah, okay, so we would have had
I need wireless.
15 total.
I'm
but I
really
spent
jealous
that
of your
by-
wireless headphones right now, Aaron.
They are absolutely spectacular, and I love them.
I've got the same brand and model, just corded.
I also
and
have
I
that.
think they're very, very good headphones.
I have that, which I used at my call center job, and I had these for at home, and I love both of them. I can walk around most of the house with these and still hear it. I can't if I go down like towards the kitchen, they stop working. But yeah, like if I would just walk downstairs to grab something real quick, I can listen and talk at the same time.
So me
So-
just getting Effie out of her playpen, that would have been. I could have
Keep it
left my
free
headphones on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's got a decent range. So
Okay. Adding to Black Friday and
they were not very expensive. I think they were.
$100 normally?
No, I
Is
think I
what
got them
Amazon
on
had 'em?
sale for like 60 or 70.
Oh, I think that's what I almost paid. I think my wired ones were like
They-
50 or 60.
Yeah, the wired ones I think were about 50-ish. Let me.
I paid $20 for these. I'm really happy with them, but they're wired.
Yeah. We had some like $50 Logitech ones, and they ran us for a couple years. But then the ear padding started to wear out, and that it had the switch in the middle, kind of like yours did, James.
Mhm.
And you guys can remember my headset cutting out, so that's what was dying on mine was the slider switch thing that I had in the middle of mine on my Logitech.
So
Mhm.
right now
Oh.
they're $78.
The wireless ones.
The wireless ones, yeah. I'll drop the link in general. But yeah, I really like these.
Is this the set you had, Nathan?
No, mine had a slider, not a
Ah,
round button.
Gotcha.
And I think the internal components of the slider, if I really felt like taking it apart, I probably could fix it. But I think that's where the disconnect was being made. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna mess with it. They're 4 years old, I think. Way outside of warranty. We'll just get something different.
Did anybody else have any meta questions or XP questions?
Don't think so.
Other than what I should spend my experience point on, I don't have any.
Your single experience point?
Or my what I should raise. I'm trying to figure that out.
Gotcha. I am going to adjust your health. You have it weird.
Yeah, I don't know how I ended up doing that.
So Yep. The higher level damage should float to the beginning.
Yeah,
You shouldn't
it
have like
should.
a high level damage, low level damage, high level damage.
It worked. I knew what it meant, and I didn't want to mess it up at the time. I think I just clicked on the wrong box.
You guys might want. Does anybody need to heal before we get started?
Yes, please.
Yes, also.
I'm good.
I still
Yeah,
have
I'm okay.
2 the slashy ones.
That's a
Gotcha.
bashing or whatever it is.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the word.
So bashing heals 1 per game, right?
You heal your
Automatically.
stamina rating.
Use your
So
stamina rating.
you're completely healed, Zenori.
Okay.
Sani, your bashing is also healed.
Now, for
Now you're-
lethal,
Mm-hmm.
I can actually heal myself using life, right?
That's you can, but that's vulgar. You have the potential of gaining paradox for healing yourself that way.
Yeah, you can do it through medical means like non-magic potentially
What's our,
non-magic means.
you know, our
So half your stamina. So at the beginning of each game, half your stamina for aggravator or lethal is reduced.
Now, is that on top of the bashing or one or the other?
On top of the bashing. So at the beginning of the game, you heal your stamina rating, and then after that, you reduce the higher aggravated or lethal by half stamina.
so I can heal 1 lethal.
Yes, heal you. It reduces. It reduces to a bashing.
Okay, so I'll have 1 lethal and 1 bashing.
Correct.
Okay.
And I think Vic and Trent, you guys didn't have any damage, so you guys were fine.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so healing is taken care of. Then I guess we should start.
I'm going to increase forces to 2.
Okay.
And I'll have 1 XP left.
So 2, yeah, that would cost you 14.
I don't know if you want to make a note, but it's about 28 minutes then that we're going to be starting into the stream.
Thank you.
Mhm.
By saying that, I will make a note when I'm taking notes. All right. So I think I want to start with tonight, where I left off with Vic. Basically, as long as Pappy, you're okay with this, I understand that you didn't get the notification, so therefore you might not have really thought about some of this stuff.
Farthest thing from my mind.
So are you okay with us starting off with where you left off, or would you rather me start with somebody else and then you think about this a little bit before I come back to you?
Where
Those are words. Not in our language.
where is the recap?
You can go to the site and the permalinks.
Permalinks.
Yep.
I have the direct link if that's easier. I can just paste that to you, Pappy.
Permalinks. You can see the Mage 5 Wix site.
Oh.
And if you want, you could scroll all the way to the bottom because that's where I kind of start. That's where I end off that story.
By the way, James.
Yeah.
The PowerPoint.
Yeah.
You wrote those articles, right?
Yep.
That's not okay.
No. I stole those articles.
Okay, I was kind of curious. It's like, wow, I always thought it was a real article.
Nope.
And I was like, James did a really good job there. That sounds just like something I'd see in a paper.
So this is something I do with World of Darkness games. I subscribe to the local area, and when articles pop up that actually could work in my game, I
Yeah.
copy and paste them.
Yeah, because the one about the Snoqualmie tribe
Hmm.
buying that land, it's like, wow, that actually fit perfectly into the storyline.
Yep. Nope.
Surely James wrote this.
That popped up on my Facebook, because I subscribe to both of them in Google News and in Facebook, and so that popped up, and I was like, oh, that's important. Save.
Cool.
And yeah, so
I mean, that fit right into the storyline.
they're real.
Sweet.
Sometimes I will go and edit them if I can make it. If I see like that's closely related, let me make an edit to make it fit my story that's currently happening.
Gotcha. Okay.
But one thing I will promise you guys, the players, I am not going to rely on that being clues. You guys do not need to remember every single newspaper that I post or every single game recap that I post to try to remember clues. I will try to keep all the clues happen in actual play. So
Well, that was very cool.
glad you enjoyed it. So Vic, do you want me to come back to you so you can think about this and recap?
That's a lot of recap. I didn't
Like I
realize
s-
how much really went on.
Like I said, you can scroll right to the bottom and see what you were doing.
Yeah, but my brain doesn't remember. Sure, why not?
What does that
Wing
mean?
it.
Sure, jump to you or sure jump to somebody else?
Sure, I shot him in the head.
What the fuck?
Nah, it's cool, whatever. It works. Life rolls on.
It doesn't fully answer my question.
Sure, if you want to start with me, start with me.
Okay, so as of last game, you were in the you were near Westbridge, in the homeless campsite. Zenori helped you, direct you to the right area. When you opened up his tent, you saw that it was there was signs of
Struggle.
yeah, some kind of struggle, and basically you were trying to figure out what to do next.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember that.
Okay, how about this? I will give you a few minutes to think about that because
Oh shit! I had an idea, but it flew away.
I'll give you a few to think about this on like what your next move would be. Like at first, your first instinct was to try to get Evie involved, Officer Evie.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with a good reason why without getting caught and all other kind of fun, good stuff.
So I'll give you a few moments for that, and then I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Zenori. So you read your between game action recap, right?
Yeah, just like the short one about the heading over to Westbridge, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna start there. That happened.
Okay.
What do?
So you're talking about like essentially I am in the moment where that sound is like gone, or not sound, but like static.
Yeah. Those. So you might remember back from, I think it was in game 1. You were at the club, and you were seeing.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, I do remember, surprisingly so.
Your scanners picked up these things happening, and you even saw a an avatar walk through the nightclub scene. But then it kind of went away and nothing actually happened until recently. You saw this in kind of a bigger explosion.
Was there an avatar in this situation as well?
No, this time it was just it was like static or white space or lag.
Am I still with Lucas at this point?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. You were meeting with him over in the Westbridge area, but afterwards you decided to go. You followed the steps that you saw on camera
Mhm.
of where she went and spoke to the newspaper person. And when you got there, the newspaper person wasn't there. And then you decided to keep traveling along um, uh, up till the point you lost her on camera.
Gotcha.
That didn't work out. On your way back, I'm assuming to your bike, that's when everything happened.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna talk to Kitanaka and see, like, hey, Bike, did you notice anything weird going on? Like, did you pick up something, or if it has like any logs of something like that?
Your bike's name is Tanaka?
Ketunaka, yeah.
Okay, Tanaka, okay.
Tanaka.
Um, That's a good question. Uh, it it revs back that it's doing a diagnostics. It's trying to see if it saw anything out of the ordinary. Obviously, you've seen it do this before, where it's like I didn't notice anything, so I'm running a diagnostics to see if I should have noticed something.
Okay. Um, so while it does that, did I have any arrangements to meet back up with our group at any point or anything?
No, you guys were kind of just all looking into things,
Okay. Um,
right? There wasn't another meetup
I don't
for
think
everybody, correct?
there was one scheduled.
Okay.
um, so I think I found that woman, but I lost her. And static. I guess I'm probably going to head back home and log into the digital web and
Okay.
just see if I can find any sort of like interference or hop on some boards, see if can find like a history of that at all, anything that seems related to try and give me more information.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So before you get that far, uh, you see somebody like starting to open up the newspaper stand as you come back.
Like somebody that I saw murdering people on the video, or
No, 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 no. She just stopped by the newspaper stand and went on. Um,
oh, okay. So I can. What you're saying is I can go and ask this person if they remember her.
yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. I shall do that. And attempt to do so in a casual type fashion, not like, hi, I'm like a PI investigating a murder.
that's a good way to start. Go ahead and give me a I don't know, charisma persuasion, maybe?
uh, roll challenge rating 3, 4, 2.
2.
I have it on 4 right now. I didn't remember what was normal. Great success.
Cool. All right. All right. So how does this go? How do you play this out?
Oh, is it a guy or a girl?
Guy.
Um, what time of day is it?
Sometime in the afternoon.
Okay. I will just bring up, I don't know, like nice weather we're having. Um, bring up somehow the day that I know that she was here. Be like, oh, you know, like I was. Let me think about this. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with my character's brain right now because mine is not functioning. But some sort of casual way to bring up the day that this woman was here, um, and yeah, find out if she's like a regular or something.
Gotcha. Give me a wit subterfuge check.
Oh, was I supposed to do a contest?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
My bad.
I should have said that. You got 3 successes. Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming you showed him a picture of her on the phone.
Yeah.
You showed him that, and you immediately know his face, or notice his face like sinks, like he just lost at something, and he looks up at you and he realizes, oh shit, I just gave away something important, and he starts to run. This is what the guy looks like.
Is he Mage?
Maybe.
I am going to send a couple of bots after him to stick on him and track him
Okay.
and
And
let him get away. And grab a newspaper since he just left them there.
gotcha. Okay. Yep. He runs, and he basically, so like you're following. Give me a an Erte correspondence check.
Just a check, not a contest, right?
Yeah, this would be a check. I think it would be difficulty. Yeah, difficulty 2 should be fine. Okay. So,
I'm gonna stay far enough back that he thinks that he lost me. But yeah.
yeah, he after like he runs, he jumps down an alleyway, kind of ducks behind a one of those big trash bins for a moment, and then kind of starts strolling. And give me a wits insight check. Yeah, it would be a contested.
Contested?
Mm-hmm. So, he looks around for a little bit, and then he kind of shrugs and continues walking. He goes up, and he gets to this building, and he opens up a window, and he jumps up on the ledge. He looks around to make sure the coast is clear, and then he jumps into there and closes the window behind him. It's one of those windows that opens horizontally.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bots to, I guess, co-locate and see what's going on in there with him.
Okay. Give me a. I guess this would also be an Arete correspondence check.
Do I get my bot bonus?
Yeah,
For it?
sure.
Roll or contest?
This would be a contest.
Bam.
Yeah, right before that window closes, two bots were able to pop inside. Like the third one, dink against the window.
Okay.
So yeah, they go inside and you see they witness something really weird. So let me know when you stop watching. He pulls down his pants and basically he how do I describe this?
I don't
It's in
know.
your head, James.
You basically see something shoot out of his butt, and it like expands like near where the window is. And he pulls back up his pants, and he starts moving off again. And he goes behind a pillar and stands there and starts watching towards the window.
Butt magic.
Okay, so
So
is
he
there
blew it out of his ass?
I'm gonna find a rock on the ground because there's a rock there. It's about the size of my fist.
You?
Yeah.
You Zenori or you the bot?
Sorry, Mizunori.
Okay.
Bot is going to observe and make sure I aim correctly. And I'm gonna use correspondence to pull the window open and chuck the rock through the window.
Okay. What are you attempting to do with this?
Trigger the trap that I think is there.
Okay. Give me a wits correspondence check. Difficulty 4.
I'm thinking it didn't happen.
So, yep, you threw it. Your cameras watch the rock fly in through the window, and it goes and hits the ground and starts rolling off. And he starts to run again. The cameras notice him start to run again. Looks like he's trying to head upstairs in this building.
I guess I'm just gonna follow him with my bots, and Zenori, will hang outside the building near my bike.
Something seems to be impeding your bots.
Like they can't move, or
Yeah, they seem to be stuck.
Curse you, butt magic. All right. What kind of building is this?
It looks like some old abandoned
Like
brownstone building.
Is there a fire escape on the outside?
Yes.
I will climb it and try to get, I guess, to the second story where it seemed like he was heading, and
Okay.
find a window to climb in through and try and track him down.
Okay. Give me a Dex Athletics check.
Yeah, about that. You sure you don't want it to be a strength larceny? I only have one dex and I have no athletics, so I can't make that roll.
I guess.
You see her on the ground just going, nope, can't reach that ladder. I'm not getting up there.
I guess Dex larceny would be okay because you're breaking into the building.
Okay.
That's a very non-athletic larceny.
Oh,
Nice.
I don't think that's right. I think I might have clicked Dex once or twice.
What's your
Oh.
larceny skill?
So I will ignore the last one that was rolled. You still got 4 successes.
Okay. My larceny's only which I spelled larcery, or I spelled it Larcy.
Larcy. Your Larcy is 2.
Sort of like Farsi, but entirely different language.
Right? Larceny. There we go. No, my larceny is 2, so I should have
Okay.
only had 3 dice.
Holy crap! I misspelled mine too.
No, I think that was James.
It's no, I wrote these so everybody has Larcy on theirs.
Oh, I was looking at mine like, seriously?
That's
Did
fair.
I not?
Aaron wrote them, and
I
then I
did write
copied and
them.
pasted them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was sitting there going, I might have done this. I'm sorry.
No,
But yeah, no,
that was
Aaron
me.
did remind me that she
That was
did.
me.
Okay, so yeah, you get in there and you see him like, oh shit, and he starts running back up more stairs.
I will attempt to chase him down with my Larcy. No, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna chase him.
Okay.
And attempt to tackle him in some way, or... Actually, wait, I'm a mage. Forgot about that.
With
As-
apparently no dex or athletics, so
That's what the magic's for.
I know, but I'm saying like, let's chase after the guy in football, tackle him with no dex and no athletics. That's going to go well.
No, I am going to, let's see.
Shoot him.
Yeah, I'm not Vic. So I'm going to, can I use correspondence and matter for like the stairs that he's trying to run up to, like, I don't know. I feel like it's like a Beetlejuice thing, like pull up the stair in front of the one that he's trying to run on, so he like trips over it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead and make me.
That's gonna be a bit of docs, but it's fine.
That's what this game's about, right? If you never did anything with magic that didn't trigger paradox, it would be very boring.
Right. Go ahead and give me an Airtake correspondence check. It will be it's going to be a versus check, not a I'm sorry, it's going to be a contest check. Sorry. So, yeah, he starts running up the stairs, and you hear that creak of the wood like separate, and you hear him thunk, and then you hear this kind of like almost sounds like a bunch of marbles roll.
Did he dissolve into marbles, or?
I just got.
You don't
the
know. It
mental-
was around the corner. You were watching from the other end of the hallway. He starts running up the stairs, and you're like,
He lost his marbles.
They're butt marbles.
"He really did."
That's his magic. So they're
Booty marbles. Okay. I will run over there and then slow down and cautiously like peek around the corner. Probably using my bots to help me if that is possible.
If he's got his pants down, just run.
I will dodge the butt blasts.
All right, give me a
Give me a death athletics.
give me an intelligence occult roll.
Ooh.
You turn the corner and you see what made the sound of a bunch of things clattering on the floor. And they all turn to you at the same time. A bunch of spiders.
Nope. 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 This is not okay. Do I have a flamethrower? Can I have a flamethrower?
You're not Vic.
Point.
So all the spiders turn and they start crawling down the stairs, crawling on the walls,
Nope, nope,
and
nope.
they start coming down, and they jump towards you. What do you do?
I'm gonna fall backwards through a portal.
All right, give me a air take correspondence check.
Is this a contest again?
Nope, this is the first round of initiative. Okay. So yeah, you jump back and like your bots form up and they create that little pool, and like 50 of them land on you. And they fall through the portal. Where did you go?
I was just trying to go like upstairs or something, like just to get away from them immediately.
Okay. So yeah, you land upstairs and boom, and like there's a bunch of them just on you. They're crawling on you. They're crawling up you. They're about like you see some of them like dig back like they're about to attack into you. What do you do?
Is it possible to teleport myself to the digital web and not them?
It is. Give me an air take correspondence check. Well, so basically how this is going to work is they're making an attack, you're making a dodge.
Okay.
If they succeed, like in this case, in the last case, they tied.
Okay.
So you both succeeded in that case.
Okay.
So the success there was that they got to come with you. So if you succeed, if you get more successes than them, then yes, you can pull yourself into the digital web and they can't follow you. If they succeed, they are going to get their attack on you. I'm just letting you know how the mechanics are working, just so you understand.
Yeah. Are these actual like alive creatures or are they like constructs?
I don't know if you could tell.
It's more that I am asking because it might behoove me to attempt to just rip them apart, like with forces. And I don't know if that's a life or a matter thing, or a prime thing, or a whatever thing.
Forces could totally work. They are simple creatures. And even if they were constructs, I mean, forces could still do the trick. Versus if they're an actual living creature.
Wouldn't she have to have forces 3 though?
Forces 2 because they're spiders. I mean, if it was a human, forces 3 makes sense, but these are just little insects. Well, not insects, but they're spiders.
I'm not trying to nerf Aaron here. I'm just trying to...
No, understand the mechanics. Yeah. Forces has a...
Small minor things, minor control effect self. I'm still stuck on the wiki, sorry.
You're fine. Small minor things. Spiders are small. If it was a human and she was trying to do the same effect to it, forces 3.
I completely understand. I just looked at the cheat sheet because what I had in mind was just from the wiki.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think you may be thinking about creating things.
The wiki, second sphere you can affect yourself only, according to the wiki, but not according to the books. So that's why I had that question.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and do that instead.
Okay.
Because I don't want to just, keep dimension hopping and bringing them with me.
So how are you doing this? What is your pokey and what kind of magic and what does it look like?
I am using my phobia of spiders to attempt to muster enough hatred to literally just try and shove them either away from me or just like push into their essence so much that they like explode.
Gotcha. Right before we do that, let me take care of, because I forgot about the stair. Give me a paradox check.
Oh, right. What am I rolling again for that?
If you just, do you have any paradox? If you just make a single contest roll without checking anything.
Just click roll contest.
Yep. Okay, you succeeded. Success means you don't get paradox, right?
I don't remember.
Anybody?
Pappy?
I thought you get Paradox, but I could be wrong.
Hold on. I got it here. I
thought I got paradox because I failed.
don't ever remember.
I
Oh, yeah.
thought that that was the case too, but I don't remember for
You're
sure.
just a failure, Shane.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. So
In
this
ritual
is the one
match
that you
failure.
want to fail. But yep.
So I get
A
a
success
paradox.
adds 1 to Doc's pool. Yep.
Okay. Done.
Okay. Now that that's taken care of, go ahead and give me a Arete forces check against their attack.
I can't tell if I clicked on that or not. Okay, there it goes. Contest.
Okay. So, so yeah, you try to you scream, you muster up your forces, and you throw it, and like you see a bunch of them just like shatter up against the wall, and they actually like smash, but like 30 of them still land on you, and you see them dig back and they bite in,
I have nightmares, James.
and like they're crawling up your arms, crawling into your sleeves. They deal to you 4 levels of lethal.
Hmm.
Holy
You're feeling
shit.
this poison enter into your veins. Keep in mind, at any time, as a player, you can concede a fight. Their takeout condition isn't to kill you. By the way, their takeout condition is to give you a condition. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Potentially.
So in a fight, both parties have a takeout condition. You have a takeout condition of probably get out of here from
Yeah.
get away from the spiders.
Yeah.
Now, when
I'm
you say
assuming.
take out, like a win
He means a
condition?
win condition.
Yeah, that's a win condition. Sorry, your win condition is to get out of here, get away from the spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Their win condition is to give you a is it called a condition? Yes.
Yes.
Status.
Yeah, an effect. They're going to drop a condition on you that they'll be able to use at a future notice.
PTSD.
Where is the guy at this point? Is he still in the area?
You didn't see him.
So she went up a floor?
Well, because I like tripped him, but did he? Oh, I heard
is
something. I don't
first.
know. I just know he went up another level. Okay. Okay. Okay.
He used the spiders.
So, do I get to pick the condition?
No, you just get to choose to say I will allow them to take me out. I'm letting you know they're not trying to kill you. Well, actually, that win condition is off the table for anybody. You can't just say, hey, my only win condition is that you die, because that's unfair. When I say that I'm creating a win condition, their win condition is that they're going to give you they're going to give you a condition, and this condition will affect you for 3 times past this scene. But you can choose to continue fighting, so you don't actually take that condition, or you can choose to say, okay, I'm going to take that condition.
So I'm not dead until I get all aggravated, right?
Essentially, you're incapacitated once you get all lethal.
Oh, that's problematic.
I don't think it's easy to escape from there.
Are my nanobots functioning at this point?
Yes.
Is it possible for me to send them after this dude and then just take the condition myself?
Yes.
I want to do that.
Okay. Give me an Arete correspondence check.
Is this for the bots?
Yep. And
Oh,
you're.
but this is not the co-location, so never mind.
It is actually kind of co-location because you're trying to connect them to another person
Okay.
in the building. So yeah, you can have that. And their effect is that they are searching for, or they're going to search for this guy and then follow him.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Is it
so am I just doing
contested?
this as a normal roll,
This will
or
be
is this a contested roll?
a normal roll, difficulty 4. Okay.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. So, okay. So yeah, you send them off after them, and you start just like batting off these spiders, but they just keep coming. And then the other ones that were on the stairs have finally made it up the stairs and into this room. And there's hundreds. There's hundreds of these spiders. You can't count this many spiders. They start crawling up your legs, crawling up your sleeves. They crawl into your mouth. One of their legs come across and touch on your eyeball, and you're just trying to bat them off, and you're screaming and hollering, and eventually you pass out. So Trent,
You know I have arachnophobia, right?
I'm sorry.
Way to play on that.
If
How do you like the sound
do
effects
now.
going along with this?
It's really wigging me out, like to the point where I'm using 90 slag.
All right, so Trent, what are you up to?
Well, that was sort of going to be my question. Did you want me to be up to your note or up to my... It's basically the same thing, just different location, different person.
I mean, that could have happened before, or that could have happened after. I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. That extra note could have happened before this moment.
Okay.
I'm figuring that a night maybe has passed, or a morning-ish has passed.
Okay. We'll say that your note has already happened and that I would be on my way over to Highland Steps. Wait, did I get anything out of that other than that conversation?
Unfortunately, no.
No.
Can we do... Let's go into that then, because I want to have a further talk with Puck and figure out... I basically want to get something more out of it than just sort of a semi-failed attempt. If that makes any sense. Even if I don't necessarily track or figure out anything about her.
Yep.
I just want to
Okay, so
maybe
yeah,
have
you're
a better sense of how to do it, or a
you're
better
laying.
connection with Puck, or something there, you know.
Yep, you're laying on your back in your shadow room. I'm calling it a shadow room, by the way. I thought it was a cool name.
No, that's fine. There is a bed in there, so I probably would have been sitting on the bed.
Oh, okay. I kind of
'Cause
assumed that it was separate from a bedroom because I thought you just had everything.
It is a separate bedroom in my apartment because it's a 2-bedroom apartment. So I have my bedroom that I actually sleep in, but that's also a bed that I use to just catch me when I bounce somewhere.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like if I just jump through
Yeah, no, I get it.
delineation, yeah. So I'm probably just sitting on that. So either laying down, passed out, whatever situation you want to
Okay.
have for that. But
All right, what are you doing?
so what was the last? Hang on. I gotta go. Find that note. Where the hell is that? Was that next game or Mage Talks? Where was that? Is
It
that
was
actually in the OneDrive?
it was in the notes. The
Yeah, how
game
do I get
5
back to
recap.
the notes, though?
If you scrolled all the way. So if you're in Discord and you click on permalinks and you go to the Mage 5
Mage 5.
and then you go to story and you're in game 5, at the very bottom there's child
Where do you
topics
see Mage 5? Sorry.
in permalinks.
Yeah.
It's
Player books.
2, 3 post up.
The Trello?
Huh? No, the wixsite.com/mage 5. And permalinks.
Oh, okay. I caught it. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Story. Game 5. Down at the bottom. Okay, so I guess I would kind of wake up ish in that state after he sort of pushes me back into my body. And I'm going to try and see if he is still somewhat available to talk to and continue that conversation. Because shrooms don't wear off that quick.
Okay.
So I would, while maybe not that deep in it, I'm still sort of having some of those effects. So I'm just trying to see if, rather than my focus being trying to track her, now my focus is trying to have a more specific conversation with Puck to figure out how he's going to help me and what he meant by some of the things he said.
Okay.
So how do I...
Hold on.
Okay.
All right. So you get up off the bed. You turn towards a mirror, and you're able to communicate with him there.
Okay. Then I would be asking, what did he mean by keep me from dying? What was I doing that was potentially going to kill me?
You say back to you in the mirror image of you says back to you. You haven't practiced for this.
Yeah, I know. That's what this was. Like, what was I doing?
You were
wrong?
trying to connect to another mind without any kind of sympathetic link. You were trying to do this just off of your raw energy alone.
I literally thought that's what this stuff was for.
Without any kind of connection, it's like powering a television without actually plugging it into the wall. It's possible that electricity can leap from the wall into the cord, but
It could also fry the TV.
it's easier just to plug it in. So you need that sympathetic link between you and the person's mind that you're trying to enter.
So So you know all of this stuff better than I do.
Of course.
What do I need? And this is still actually me talking to Puck.
Yeah, no, and that's how he answered.
Yeah. No. So what would I need for a sympathetic link? I mean, I was just trying to figure out if I could see what happened in her room.
I'm sorry. I was my thing hit and I couldn't hear what y'all talking about earlier. What was he trying to do?
So
So this is actually in character. He's having a conversation with Puck, his
Uh-huh.
avatar,
Mhm.
and he was trying to do a mind effect, and Puck prevented him from doing it because he didn't have a sympathetic link, and he was trying to tell him, look, you're going to kill yourself trying to do this. It is very very possible for you to do it, but it could really hurt you.
So he's just trying to go to a room and see what happened there.
Yeah.
well, I wasn't physically in the room, though. I'm in my space trying to figure out what happened in an entirely different room that I've never been to.
What's your mind skill?
3.
3.
And
Can you
correspondence 3.
can you steal something that was in the room at the time?
Well, I could now, yes, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting with Puck. Like I'm playing this because you remember I'm playing my
Okay.
character like he
Okay.
wasn't super formally trained. He kind
Yeah.
of got the basics
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
was kind of like kicked out into the world on his own a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Sympathetic leak would be anything that was in the room. Leave us a residual energy.
Yeah, and that's what I'm asking Puck. Like,
Okay.
so what do I need? Like, how do I do what you're telling me to do? Is what I'm asking Puck.
Getting a sample of their blood would be the most helpful.
Yeah, that's creepy. Especially since said person is missing.
Ugh.
If I kind of found her,
God,
I
why do you
don't
make things
think I
so
would.
difficult?
Why am
I
I
mean-
making this difficult?
You can grab, I don't know, anything that connects to her thoughts. You can, oh, well, anything that connects to her body or her thoughts. So hair would be helpful. Hell, maybe if she kept a diary, you can even read from that. You're the most connected to the mind is written in your words.
So, what I'm hearing you tell me is pretty much I'm breaking into this girl's place.
I mean,
With your Larcy.
Yeah, with my Lexi.
what difference is that of yours? You constantly are breaking into people's personal space when you steal their wallets.
Yeah. I normally give that back, and it's normally not breaking into a place.
So give them their place back.
Okay, oh, jeez. You don't really live in this world, do you, there, Puck?
No, and you can tell that by the way Puck answers a lot of things. He doesn't understand how the world works.
This world.
Yeah.
Um,
He's like, you steal their wallets. Why aren't you stealing their rooms? That just go steal their room and take the things that you need out of their rooms, like you take the things that you need out of their wallets. Why is this any different?
yeah. Okay. What time is it now?
It's sometime in the afternoon
All right.
on the next day. So I guess it would be the 16th, right? The last game left off. I'm sorry, on the 5th, so it would be on the 6th.
Okay.
So that would be a Sunday.
Okay. When I was talking with, what did I name him? Sean MacArthur. What's that?
Sean sounds correct. I did not. Damn it. I did not create an entry for him.
Sean.
John.
No,
Sean
but his name was in the recap. So yeah, Sean. When he was telling me, I know he said that she lived on the 5th floor.
Mhm.
Did he give me anything about like a room number or anything like that? I know he said.
Wait. She lived on the 5th floor?
That's what was in the story.
Is that what I said? I picked a random number. Yes, 5th floor is correct.
That's why she couldn't go out the window. Not that she could get out the window because they don't open, but she was also on the 5th floor.
Yep.
Yeah. And he said she had a roommate.
Mhm.
Did he give me like a room number or dorm number or whatever?
No, not really. I mean, but he probably gave you. I mean,
I'll see.
you had her name.
Yeah, I was gonna say I will do some quick googling and see if any of the news articles talk about. Basically, give me a specific room number.
Sure. How would you grab that? Are you going to just reach out to him, or are you just going to?
I'm just gonna Google real quick, and because didn't he say it was all over the news that she was missing?
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna pull up a couple of the articles and just skim them real quick, and just see if any of them happen to mention her number, and then if not, then I'll try some other avenues. But if any of the news articles happen to mention what room she belonged to, which
Give
I don't
me
know if they
a
were, but-
Give me a wits technology check or investigation, whichever one you want to use.
They're both tech and investigation are 0, so I've got a wits check.
Okay.
And am I just what is the difficulty of this roll?
3.
Don't think this is going to go well. Nope.
No. So you go searching some newspapers and stuff. You kind
It
of
would make
realize
sense that they would be a little private about it.
yeah,
know?
you realize after a little while that they wouldn't give a room number. I mean, other people are actually living there.
Yeah.
And
Okay. So we're talking like early afternoonish, late afternoonish on Sunday. What time would you put this?
Early afternoonish.
I'll shoot Sean a quick text and see if he responds.
Okay. Zenori, give me a wits technology check, difficulty 3. So yeah, you send out a text message and he responds back.
Like it would have been like a, "Hey, what's up? Are you around?"
Yeah, and he responds back. He's like, "Yeah, what you need?"
I will ask him. So that girl you were talking about. Oh shit! What was her name? Ella.
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 Was it, or was it? No, it was Ella.
I'm gonna ask him. Do you know anything more about her? Like, do you know what room she was at?
He replies back because I, James, don't actually know Seattle U's dorms and how they're labeled, but he basically says she was in the Blob building, and I think she was on well, she was on the 5th floor, but I think it was like 510 or something like that.
Okay. Are these co-ed?
Yes. So it's possible that you don't know because he explains back.
Yeah.
He's like, I forget that you don't actually stay here. Yeah.
Well, I'm at a different university anyway, though, wasn't I? Or was this my university that I'm?
This was your university.
Okay.
Yeah, because you went
Well,
to
I've
him
never
to go
actually
get the
lived in the
transcripts.
dorms anyway, though.
Yeah, you were going to him to get him to fix your
He was
transcripts.
modifying my transcripts. I haven't lived. I never lived on campus, but I haven't actually gone to school in probably like 2 years.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, I forget that you haven't lived here, and he says, he's like, most rooms have either 3 or 4 dorm mates, and basically there's the common area, and then there's the 4 separate rooms. So once you're in the common area, you can hang out, and then you could go to each one of the rooms, and then you lock the door behind you.
Okay.
I did roll.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
I'll give you guys an answer in a little bit.
Cool. Thanks.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and call a small break here, and I'll let you think about that, and then I'm going to pick
Yeah.
back up with Vic when I get back.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Sounds good.
See you guys in a couple minutes.
Alrighty.
Ha, yeah, my bad. Huzzah! Yay, great working relationships. Is that a Dresden Files reference? Okay. at least there were no bees. Lavender is useful for that. I do have some dried lavender if you need it. That's about the same thing, yeah. Is it working? Yeah, don't try to hide your true motives here, Pappy.
Here, go ahead and start binge watching. They're doing the weekly release, which
Oh,
it's sad, but it's just like, man, I really want to watch the rest of Mandalorian because the first 2 episodes were amazing.
well, see, the way it works in my family is I can sell it to her, make sure it's a good deal. That's how I get things.
Gotcha.
Gotta sell it.
Yep. No, I'm really happy with the purchase.
Okay.
And there's a 7-day free trial, so you can always do that part too. Like, hey, let me turn it on for 7 days, and why don't you check it out, see if you think it's worth it, and then I'll shut it off if it's not. Trust me, there are so many great things on there,
Okay.
and then so many nostalgic things, like so many shows from my childhood. Was like the first things I was just like, oh my god, this show's on here, and I'm like clicking through it.
They've got gargoyles, right? Don't they
Yep.
have the entire gargoyles? Like even the shit that never actually
Sweet.
aired.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, they've got
Wait,
all of that.
wait. Back up. Did you just say gargoyles?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, that
Gargoyles
was
is
a
on there.
They have
badass
all of the stuff,
cartoon.
including the stuff that didn't even air.
Because I have the first season on DVD, but I don't know if there's more than that.
There's supposedly
There's
4
like
seasons.
3? Oh, 4. Okay. I love that cartoon.
It's
It
amazing.
was amazing.
Where did all my players go? They went to go find it with Disney Plus.
Right?
Disney servers crash again.
This episode brought to you by Disney Plus.
Does anybody remember the cartoon Thundar the Barbarian?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, y'all might be too young. Jeez, I'm fucking old.
Oh,
Anyway,
man.
I mean, those are all mutually exclusive statements.
yeah.
All right. Okay, so I'm looping back around to Vic.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I saw Jamie come in, hobble in, and close the door right behind her, and I was like, "Uh-oh, what happened?" So, yep. Let's restart that scene. What's going on? What are you doing?
I would like to contact her for a meeting.
Okay.
To
What are you expecting to get out of this?
information, possibly some help, possibly. I'm not really sure. I got to go somewhere and do something, but I'm being advised that it's a bad idea.
Okay. By whom?
D.
Okay. I mean, he has a very fair reason for not trusting the cops.
I understand that, but I'm trying not to involve the cops per se, but possibly maybe some other people.
Okay. So let's see what happens. You give her a call at the she gives you, because she gave you a card and she was like, "Here, reach out to me if there's anything I can help you with." And so you give her a call, and it rings for a moment, and she answers. And she's like, "This is Officer Evie."
Hi, Officer Evie. This is Vic.
Vic.
Vic like Beyonce.
Vic Black.
Vic Black. Vic. Oh, yeah, Vic. I'm sorry. Yeah. How can I help you?
Are you busy?
I mean, I'm on shift. Is that what you mean?
When do you get off?
Oh, give me a.
He's now asking her on a date.
Yep, that's
That's what I thought too.
Oh, I was like sitting there
What are
going,
you
"Wait, what's your
wearing?"
specialty?" Well, because I was about to say, give me
No way.
a charisma. I don't know, charisma.
Politics.
I don't think it's politics.
Leadership.
It wouldn't be like persuasion.
Etiquette.
I guess
More like
charisma,
intimidation.
persuasion, charisma, performance,
Oh, I can perform.
etiquette. I guess is fine. Charisma, etiquette. I could live with that.
And what does a beat do?
Gives you an extra dice if you use one. Two
So
lets you re-roll all, I think.
no, a beat will allow you to improve your dice roll by half. So if you're rolling 4 dice, you get to roll 6 dice.
Wait, one beat does?
Yes.
I don't think I've been doing that
Cheat
right
sheet
then.
says
Yeah.
one beat is one dice roll. One dice added to next roll. 2 beats, re-roll all dice in any check.
Look at invoke. Wait, what? Where are
Condition?
you seeing that? And
Right under
like
that,
invoke a
using beats.
condition.
No, the using beats section.
Oh, I didn't correct that.
Unless I have an old one from whatever, but I thought it was the latest because it's got the XP stuff.
I need to improve that. No, when you're spending a beat to improve your dice roll, it should be under. It should work just like invoking a condition. So, most of the time it will just be a single dice pool that's increased by half. The
Meaning,
other,
like if you've got normally 6 dice,
you
would
will
add
roll
3?
9 dice. Yes.
Oh, that's
Is
a
Um,
big
is-
difference between
is
adding
this
one.
contested or is this just a happy roll?
this is a regular roll. I'm regular difficulty 2.
So I roll. I roll.
Okay. She pauses for a second and she's like, is there something you would like to talk to me about?
Yes, I have several things I'd like to talk to you about, possibly involving Susan and possibly another case.
She pauses for a second. She's like, would you like to give me a hint on maybe what other case?
It might be a sore subject, but it had to do with that person.
I'm sorry. James needs to know who is.
You know that person.
What person?
That person.
D?
No, hold on. I'm getting there.
Oh.
That was a. Hang on, I'm reading my notes real fast.
Gotcha. Okay, that helps me so much. Because I'm like, oh shit.
He's over here. Yes. Line. No. Line. Seriously, come on. Line.
Ethan,
Fine.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
losing it.
Oh shit, son of a monkey uncle.
Have we run into that person?
Ethan shit son of a monkey oil? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
He's now
heavy
a pile of
influencer.
spiders.
Gotcha.
Ethan Brewster.
Punky Brewster's brother?
She pauses for a second. She's like, Ethan. And she's like, the drug overdose kid?
That's what it says. There's other connections involved.
You have her undivided attention.
Doesn't
like-
necessarily sound like a good thing.
She's like, I'm due for a break anyways. Where and when do you want to meet up?
I'll just give a nice little restaurant near where she's works at.
Okay.
Upper scale-ish.
Okay. So yeah, we will cutscene to that moment. She comes walking in.
I'll stand up and greet her and pull out our C4.
What?
I thought we were meeting
Pull out your C4.
seat for her. Seat for her.
I'm gonna chuck a sticky at her.
And she tackles you and arrests you immediately.
I heard C4 as well, and I was like, holy crap! This escalated so quickly.
He's like, "Hi, how are you? Here's some C4. Enjoy."
I thought everyone liked a little bit of explosives.
Wow.
No, I
Oh, Vic knows the way to a woman's heart.
You pulled out her seat for her. Oh my
Yes.
god.
What an explosive date.
Oh, that is going into the game bloopers. Okay. Anyways. So yes, she takes a seat hesitantly, but she takes a seat.
And I like wine.
And she's like, I better not. I'm only on break.
Okay. So yes, I know that the case is a kind of a sore subject for many people. But we have been, so me and my colleagues have been doing some digging on this. And there seems to be quite a few of the jurors have passed away under suspicious.
What do you mean the jurors?
So Susan happened to be one of these jurors.
She is looking through her notes and she's like, wait, are you saying that Are you saying that Ethan Brewster and Susan are somehow related?
Not related, but involved in the same case. She was
I
one.
mean, that's what I mean.
Yes. And I'll actually give her a list of the names of all the jurors and like dead or deceased. And like so here's all the list of all the jurors that we have found, and
She starts like looking up through his notes, and she's like, "Are you
all
talking about the lawsuit that Mr. Davis brought up against him?"
correct. It's just that it's kind of unusual that you would have all but 3 of the jurors dying of suspicious deaths of suffocation. Even the judge has been deceased.
And she's like, and you see her pull out like, she's like, "Do you mind if I pull out my laptop?"
No, go ahead.
And she starts like entering into stuff, and she's like, "Oh my god, they seriously have not made this connection that we rated this as a drug overdose."
That's what I can't. I can't. I don't know why that's a drug overdose. Whether it stemmed as him the first person, or what. But like I said, it's very unusual that you have all these deaths, all the same way, being connected. But there are 3 of them that have not passed away yet. I'm not sure if you wanted to put units on them.
Uh, she's looking in. She's like trying to read over. She's trying to catch up to where you're at, and she's like, "Okay, obviously you're a lot further than any of our departments are at on this." First, I need to ask, why are you working this case? Are you a private detective? Because I don't have that information about you.
I am not a. No, I'm not a private investigator.
Have you thought about getting a license?
It's not all me. I actually have other associates that are helping.
Okay, that's mysterious.
Like the mob?
Well, Susan was connected to me.
Yes.
It also seems that her death was very suspicious of her suffocating, but it also there were other events that happened in and around her building. The lady below her, was taken to the hospital with respiratory issues.
Yes.
The person above her jumped out of this balcony.
Yes. That is also true.
So that's seemed a little suspicious. So we were trying to figure out if there's any other way of them being connected.
When you say we, what do you mean?
Me and my associates.
You rich types are all the same. Okay.
There are things that happen behind closed doors that the average person doesn't see.
Yeah, I've grown accustomed to how the 1% works around here in Seattle.
I'm not talking about the 1%. We're talking like beyond the 1%.
Oh, I didn't actually assume that you were that rich, but okay.
It has nothing to do with money. Let's say a darker part of the world.
Okay, where are you trying to head with this? James is asking.
He's involved in human trafficking.
I'm trying to
Well,
give her information because I want information from her. Plus, I want her to help me figure out other stuff too. Things
Okay.
that I can't get on our side.
And also not arrest you for being creepy.
That too. But I'm trying to give her breadcrumbs to look into other stuff. So it's a second set of hands working on it. Plus, I need to ask her information, tit for tat. I give you this information. I need information on this.
You should have stuck with the C4.
That comes later.
I mean, you could always just start dropping vampires and goblins and ghouls and
I'm trying to hint at a darker underlayer. Whether she says
You're-
that's like
your words are
mixed.
describing more of you being like involved in like a mob underground society. I
that's what I'm trying to say for her purpose without having her. Because I mean, dropping vampires and werewolves on someone is like a big drop.
So far, this kind of sounds like a manipulation performance or persuasion thing.
Sure, I could do that. Hey, I have no persuasion.
I really am surprised by that.
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
He has no persuasion.
I
Mhm.
will use a bump. Bump.
He was probably more geared towards intimidation.
No.
No.
I'm not really a liar. I got a little bit of subterfuge, but that's about it.
You're more of a shoot first, and then I don't have to ask questions or persuade you.
Yeah. He's really not. He's more of a direct person. I mean, he doesn't like. He can't really persuade. Unless he's got a big gun in his hand. I mean,
Are you willing to succeed at a cost?
depends on the cost. Yes. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
But I discreetly want to keep the information that I want to get about why kind of on the down low.
Okay. And so, what are you hoping to get from her?
Information on this fellow who has Dyson and the location, and if she knows anything about him, possibly like connections, affiliations, rivals.
Known associates and whereabouts.
See,
Okay. Let's keep playing this one out then. So she says to you, okay, this is a big connection. I mean, obviously, I'm going to need to look into this. Why are you giving this information to me?
I need information from you.
What information?
There is a family friend who is in trouble that I cannot involve the law. So I need information on the person who took him. I need information on yabba yabba da da buddha. And I don't know the guy's name. It's his brother-in-law.
To be fair, it's because it's never been said. And D just starts cracking up sitting at the table. He is laughing so hard, like he's sitting there actually just pounding his fist on the table, just
I thought
laughing.
it was said.
And
Yabba dabba 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 dabba.
he looks over at you. He's like, "Really? Yabba dabba? What kind of other names do you have for us?"
If I didn't, I thought I knew his name. If I knew I didn't know his name, I would have actually said, I would have wanted to say something, paused, and actually looked over at him.
I'm actually kind of imagining more that he just popped into existence at this point. But he's like, dude, his name is Tyrone.
I'm not, I don't my breath. Last name?
Rayner.
Tyrone Rayner.
And like
I'm looking for
she she kind of like looks at you for a second. She's like, huh. And so she shrugs and she types in the information. She's like, yeah, this guy has a rap sheet, but it's not information I tend to. It's not exactly information I would normally give out without a good reason.
I need to find a way to help out the family member that is being held captive without further injuring or hurting anyone.
Are you saying that there's been a kidnapping?
No.
He's like, no.
I knew he was going towards human trafficking.
There's just a misunderstanding that I need to correct.
And so she's kind of scrolling through his information. She stops for a moment. And she looks over at you and she thinks about it for a second. And she clicks something on her computer and pulls up a picture and turns it around. And she's like, can you tell me who this person is? And the picture is a photo of you drawing a circle behind some kind of store, maybe a place where you pawn stuff.
Who is that? That would probably be me. I had to tie my shoe. I just happened to do something popped in my hand. I had to doodle something. It's how I memorize. If I it's like when you write out what you're talking about, how to memorize it. I saw a symbol. I had to draw it out and memorize it.
Give me a manipulation subterfuge check.
Come on, man. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
She like looks at you. She's like, So you were nearby a store when you were nearby a pawn shop when it exploded, and this information you decided not to tell anybody of authority?
Well, you know us 1%ers. We don't want to be involved in shit like that. Bad
Oh, you
publicity.
play that card.
I mean, I had nothing to do with it. I'm just saying.
I was gonna be indignant, but that's absolutely something a 1%er would say.
Yeah, no, that's
perception is a mother of all. I mean, I had nothing to do with it, but just being there involved me.
So she flicks back over to her other screen and she's like, Tyrone Rayner was the stepbrother of the man that owned that pawn shop. I mean,
yeah, I'm trying to help his brother out, Dyson. I've been in contact with the uncle and trying to get Dyson to move out with his uncle since his brother died.
okay. So, according to the information that I have here, Tyrone works at a place called 8 is Enough. It's in the Central District. It looks like a bar.
Does he have any known associates? So if I were to talk to him, I know who I'm looking for that might be hiding in the crowd.
Tyrone has a pretty scary rap sheet. It looks like he's part of Deuce's 8.
Is or was?
Is. He's been arrested a few times. He is currently out. But yeah, his known associates list is pretty much a lot of members of Deuce's 8.
Okay. I appreciate the information and your time. If you find anything out on the Baxter case, please let me know. We may be able to mutually help each other move forward on it.
I appreciate the trade of information. You've connected something that our department hasn't seen yet. I'll see what I can do there.
Appreciate it.
And she closes up her laptop and she leaves.
I'll finish my wine and I'll leave.
Okay.
I gotta go make a stop. Take some money with me.
Cool.
I'd like to make a quick withdrawal of 10,000.
God. Okay.
Well, that was nothing compared to the suitcase I had.
That's fair. But okay, yeah. So you go and you start making that withdrawal. I'm gonna cut to Sani for a moment.
Dasani.
All right.
Sponsored by.
Sani, you call out to Zenori, as we previously discussed, unless that your plans have changed.
No, same plan.
What?
So, Zen,
Uh-huh.
you wake up hearing your phone ringing.
Wake up from spider trauma?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's very distorted. It's that like if you
Like the
slowed,
Matrix ring?
kind of like if you slow down the sound effect, because you're coming out of a dream almost state. You were definitely asleep, passed out, and you wake up and you hear that ringing tone. What do you do? And yes, Ani, I'll come right back to you. But,
No problem.
I look at the phone and see who's calling.
okay. You start to reach for the phone and you're tangled up. It's like you're laying in a hammock of spider webs. And like you reach for your phone and it's like a little bit out of your reach, but you're trying to reach over, and as you do, like the spider webs are caught up around your arms, and you're trying to reach out, but it's just pulling you back. It's pretty wrapped around you.
Is it a physical thing or is it a mental thing?
A physical thing. You are tangled up in a spider web. You're not cocooned in one, but you are definitely wrapped up in one.
I'm going to use my bots to try and help detangle me. So I have to touch them as little as possible.
Cool. So you're looking around. Well, not looking around. You're sensing around, and your bots aren't close. You sense your bots are near Westbridge, basically near that in that building where you left them.
Oh,
But
good.
you're not. You're kind of northern Seattle.
Oh, good. Uh. Hey Alexa, answer phone.
Okay. So yeah, the phone continues to ring and it ends. And so Sonny, she never answered. What do you do? Sonny, you're muted.
Sorry. I'll shoot her a text. Just wanting to follow up on that facial recognition program on the little girl we had
Wait, your phone
discussed.
can text?
She's at
It's
10.
the
Hey.
9-digit keyboard.
Yeah, I have to like tap
Hit
the
it like
3,
5
4
times?
That's it. That's
You can't
exactly
write
what
that.
I have to do.
Yeah, you can't take that long to write.
I'm an old man. I got plenty of time. So yeah, I'll do that.
Does any of you guys watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No.
No.
So they were on an undercover case and they were on a bus and basically Peralta was the guy keeping an eye on the other person. The captain was following along and the captain is very old-fashioned. And like every time he would send a text, dear Jake Peralta, comma, enter. I see that there is a person watching your I can't remember what he called them, but basically the person you're protecting on the bus. You may want to look into this. Sincerely, Captain Holt. And he's like, you don't have to start with dear my name and end with a clause. He's like, that would just be stupid. We're dear Jake Peralta, thank you for the information, but that would just be stupid because we're actually having a correspondence here. Sincerely. All right, so
Yeah.
Sonny, you leave you leave a text message.
Yes. And that's about it, I guess. I check to see if I have any messages from the rest of the group. And if I don't, I will go down to the restaurant at the hotel and get some food.
Okay. So yeah, you head down to the restaurant, and you feel a wave of that negative energy hit you as you come into the lobby.
Of the strange entropy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You sense it from the outside.
Right. Can I hone in on it?
I mean,
Locate it?
do you have correspondence?
I do not.
You can always step outside.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got you. When you said outside, I thought you meant like outside myself. Yeah, I'll step outside.
Okay. You do. So you step outside, and again, you see that same school bus pulling away.
Get a number.
Yeah, I'll get the info off the school bus, try to hail a cab, and follow the bus. Boy, that's going to be creepy as hell, but I'm going to do it anyway. Follow that school bus.
It's okay. You're an old man. It's okay.
Old guy looking the way you do. Yeah, follow that school bus.
At
All
least,
right.
at least I'm not driving a white Ford E150 that says free candy on the side.
Give me a manipulation persuasion check.
Okay. that work? Manipulation and persuasion against 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
You gotta be joking me.
The first time you rolled, you had a success. You don't need to double click the roll.
Yeah.
Um,
Old man.
Y'all suck.
So-
Just so you know.
so let me understand: is Sonny the old man, or is Shane the old man? I don't know. Is this where fiction reflects reality?
Aside, aside from being a Navajo and having magic, it's pretty close. Leave me alone.
I don't know why I have these 4 Chrome instances open.
Y'all are just not right.
Okay, sorry.
Just not right.
So yeah, you jump in a cab, and you tell him, and he kind of looks and just shrugs and is like, whatever. And he starts basically following after the bus.
Okay. And what time of day is this?
This is morning.
Okay, so it's going to school and picking
Mhm.
up students. All right.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. There's a travel time for a little bit, but eventually, it pulls up to. Where the school go? I thought I added the school on here.
Isn't it like Highlands and then Lowlands and then Highlands again or something?
Yeah, it was renamed. White. For some reason, Whitehall's popping in my head, but I don't think that's right.
You're not a dwarf anymore.
Sorry, I'm pulling up my game notes too. I thought I added it on here.
It's probably in one of the past notes, maybe.
Crap. I just put school needs to be added to Realmworks, but apparently I did not follow up on that.
Let's go with Highlands.
No,
No.
because it was actually a real school in the Magnolia district, and apparently I did not add anything into the Magnolia district.
Okay.
But yeah, it heads to that school.
Okay. Is this the school we've been at before?
We haven't been there. You have been there in a dream.
I thought Vic and I went to one.
You guys headed towards one.
That's right. Then we got the feeling that's when we ran into the ghouls.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. I'll pay the cab driver and get out, and I'm just going to kind of watch the students that come off of the bus.
Okay.
Because that's not creepy.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
So yeah, you get out and you wait it out. You see a bunch of the different students stepping up the bus. Eventually, you see the little girl from your vision, and from the Santry vision. She gets off, and she starts walking up towards the school. As she walks, you kind of notice like people just step out of her way, and it's almost subconscious.
Okay. Is this like similar to the luck I have with entropy? Like cutting a path through a crowd, just they seem to move out of the way of their own accord, or is this like a creepy force? People are nervous around her. What is my take on
It would
this?
feel more entropic, but it is a little creepy because it's less that it's less they, it's like people don't realize that
That
she's
they're
even there.
moving.
No, that she's there. It's
Okay.
just that she exists in a world. They exist almost in a different world, but for some reason the worlds collide, and so therefore they need to get out of her way of that world.
She's
Okay.
dead.
Is she dressed like the other children, or is like her dress different?
She doesn't stand out of
The
anything.
other kids.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's obviously not a spirit. Do I
No,
feel anything magical coming off of her?
you don't
You
have
know,
spirit.
entropy, forces,
Spirit.
life.
Give me a wits wits
Narrative.
prime check.
Wits what?
Prime.
Prime.
Oh shit. I just cannot roll in this game.
That's actually not a bad roll. For
Yeah.
four dice and you get 2 successes, that's actually
Yeah.
on par. Um you you can sense that her actually, you know what? How do you describe a human life? Like, how do you describe a person? Like, from a magical sense?
Uh, light. And the more vigorous they are, the brighter they shine. At least that's how I've always pictured it personally. So that would be my answer.
So you look at her, and it's almost as if her light is flickering. Like, it's not even keeping up with her. Like everybody else that you look at, and you're looking at how a human life is and how like all their magical energies create a human life. Even people who aren't magical, you could
Right.
see something of them in Prime because all creatures, all beings have some kind of almost magical esque sense to them because they're all
Yeah.
connected to what you believe is the wheel.
Right.
Um, but you look at her, and it's almost like her light is trying to keep up with her. You look at everybody else, and their light is a part of them. It is who they are. That is something that reflects from them. It shines from them. But her, it's like she's moving, and her light's forcing itself to keep up with her. It's following behind her. It's trailing.
Gotcha.
It's like she's there, but not.
Okay. Um. All right. I'll, kind of watch her go in and, maybe see if there's a way to follow her when she leaves, find out where she lives, see if I can get a name or anything like that. So that's my next plan. Obviously, I'm not going to hang out in front of the school all day. That would just be more creepy than I already have been.
At least you acknowledge it.
Yes.
Give me a wit stealth check.
Now I'm following little girls home from school. This is a kind of a. Mhm.
You know,
Strange game you
have
have us
ran
playing.
many World of Darkness games. I honestly say I've never felt like this level of creeped out
Yeah.
before.
Thank you. Thank you. How can you roll that many dice and just blase? Okay.
Mm. I know the answer to that one. You have Shane roll it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I have a mechanics question,
Yep.
and you may already have noticed. Is it on a 10, basically, that the paradox triggers?
No.
It's a 1?
It's a 1, but you have to fail the roll.
Okay.
So if you do not roll enough successes, like if the difficulty is 2 and you roll 1 success or less,
Okay,
and you
then
roll a
that's
1 on your paradox dice,
then that's when it actually
Yep.
can take effect.
Now,
Okay.
that's only one casting, right? Or that can
No.
be on
no, at any time.
Yes.
check.
You're
Anyway.
full of paradox.
Okay.
Paradox is happening around
Okay.
you. Reality, you've split
Okay.
reality in such a way that reality is wanting to react. But until you roll that, at that moment, that's when reality finally snaps back.
Okay.
So it can happen anytime. You're a walking time bomb.
James, you got an echo.
I noticed that. I
I was
don't know
gonna
why.
say,
Sound good to me.
I've heard it for a little while now.
I don't know why.
Is it just James?
No.
Nope. I got
Nope.
it too.
Yep.
I don't have an echo whatsoever from
I
anyone.
blame Shane.
That's fair.
Sure.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Blame the old guy. It's
Well, it's not
technologically
happening. Hey,
challenged.
it's not happening to you, but everyone else.
Okay. Microphone check. Okay, yeah, so it's all coming out of our mics. I don't know. Usually those things kind of happen because there's some kind of microphone away from the mics and it's speakers that are bouncing off of it, but I don't know. Weird.
For
Sorry.
all of us, though, would be a really interesting situation.
Is it possible that it's somehow like a conflict between Sirenscape and like it's feeding back in somehow? Maybe?
My Sirenscape has the mic off.
People
No, I
speak
mean
up.
more like what James is hearing and then it's getting fed back somehow.
I don't see anybody bouncing in Discord. My Discord doesn't actually reflect my mic. It only looks at line 1, which is my Winamp and my Sirenscape.
Can you, why don't you mute yourself real quick and then let's see if we still echo. Just out of curiosity. You guys hear an echo anymore?
Say it again. Yes.
Echo, yes? Okay.
I haven't heard an echo whatsoever.
Yeah, I heard Pappy echoing when you answered.
Yeah, I got nothing then.
Okay, weird.
Yeah,
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's Shane's computer.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Silly Mac. Why not?
Yeah, blame the Mac.
Apparently Stream does not hear echo, so...
Oh. Hi, stream. Alright, anyways. What'd you get? Okay, anyways, you... I'm sorry, that last roll was your stealth?
Stealth. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, school ends and she leaves. And as she leaves, she misses the bus. And she doesn't seem to be affected by this. She just keeps on walking. And she walks down the streets and...
Great. Now I've got to trail a little girl walking home alone. This just gets worse and worse. Damn.
I mean, you could be in a clown outfit. I mean,
Alright, so...
Would it be worse if I offered to give her a ride home? That would probably make it more worse.
With what car?
A cab? At
yeah.
least that way there's a third
Hey, little
person
girl.
involved.
Come get in my cab.
After a bit of walking, and I mean a bit, give Give me a stamina check.
Stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I
Cool.
succeeded.
It's
all that running from Deuce's 8.
Yeah, you're used to walking long distances apparently. You guys walk for about a good solid 3 hours,
Holy crap!
and like on the way home, like she's very focused where she's walking. And again, people tend to ignore her, step out of her way. She gets up to her home, which is like she lives in a townhome type area,
Mm-hmm.
and she walks up her steps. She goes inside.
Wondering if I should have tried to talk to her. I'll write the address down. Leave it at that.
Okay.
And
Give me a wits awareness check.
okay. Yeah. I have no awareness.
Nope. So, yep, you hear her open the door. She starts walking in. She's like, and you hear her say out, like, very mechanically, like, "Hi, mommy. Hi, daddy. I'm home." And she closes the door, and that's it.
Okay. Very mechanically, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which seems on par for her so far, with everything that's been going on.
Okay. All right. I will head back to the hotel, and I'll give Zen a call and see if she can't find me the name of the people that live in this house. Like all family members.
I'm still tied up.
A little tight at the moment. So yeah, I'll see if she answers.
All right, Trent, what are you up to?
So, the previous night, I guess it was, right? I was going to go to the college campus and see if I couldn't commingle and potentially find a subtle way to either get myself invited or sneak into the area that I think was their dorm room.
So you get there, and you get to the dorm tower, and you go up to the 5th floor.
Tower.
Yeah, sure. The dorm building. Sorry, the dorm building, and you get up to the 5th floor, and when you open, you see out of room 512, like 6 kids. I'm sorry, I should say students. 6 students standing there with candles, just standing outside the door.
Do any of them notice me?
Not immediately.
I'll walk over and kind of remain quiet, kind of keeping my head down a little. And I'll just sort of join their group, but don't say anything.
You see, like, one of the students, he kind of pulls out a picture and he puts it up on, like, because like right next to the door is like where they have the room number, and so he puts a picture of a girl who you assume must be her, and he's like, he turns to the rest of them and he's like, "We lost another one to the world." You can kind of feel like these kids are fanatics.
fanatics, like they're taking it a little obsessive.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just,
Emos.
yeah, I'll just kind of nod my head and play along and see how long this goes.
This will actually go for a little bit. So like for about 15 minutes, you notice that these kids either overacting or actually being enthralled by this. They seem to.
Does she look? I mean, is she? How do I say this without being completely just like insensitive, dickish about it? But
Hold on, pause. Wait,
Is
we are
she-
talking. Okay, never mind. I was just making sure I was at the same scene.
so, is she above average
Is she a
in the
CW character? Sure.
in the looks category? I guess like from the picture that the guy stuck on the wall. Is she what we would maybe consider like upper echelon looks wise? And are these kids?
So in the meta, I have noticed throughout the years that reading World of Darkness books, it feels like the main characters are always hired by CW actors. So
Huh?
So poorly acted.
if you've noticed on the
not so
CW,
great written.
they tend not to hire.
Intelligent?
No, they tend to hire like
Give me a
visually
CW
attractive
show.
Vampire Diaries.
I just started rewatching that.
They
Wait,
tend to hire people that are visually attractive.
okay.
I don't think there's a single character in there where you would be like, that person's ugly. Most of them are visually attractive. If not maybe to exactly you could say at least that somebody would find them quite appealing.
Okay. The group of kids that are pseudo mourning, pseudo worshipping said girl.
Yeah.
Did they look like they would belong in her peer group?
Oh god,
Or
no.
is this like a creepy following kind of thing?
Okay, so you wouldn't. I don't want to mislead you in making you think that this is a creepy following of them following her just because she's beautiful, or just because she
I'm trying to
has a
gauge whether
this
this
is
is
probably
just
more them following her because of the weird event that happened.
okay. So more like goth kids who like to do haunted house railway tour kind of, but okay.
Give me a wits insight check.
Difficulty.
2. Puck kind of nudges you and says, maybe in this case you shouldn't act like the flow.
How long have I been there?
10, 15 minutes maybe. I mean, and
I'm
be
gonna
more
ask.
specific, that you kind of feel like he's nudging you into like pushing on these other students.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. So as I've been there, and I'm starting to get the feeling that these aren't people mourning; these are more spectators involved in a spectacle. I'm going to just kind of ask the group how they knew her.
Okay, how does that go? You see them sitting there, and they're like, a couple of them are crying. One of them stood up.
Instead of being meek at the back of the crowd, I will kind of stand up a little more and not kind of hiding my presence, kind of, and I'll
Mhm.
move off to the side a little bit, and I'll just kind of, I'll cough, and I'll be like, so, how did you guys know her again?
And like you see, they turn towards you, and the guy was like, she was in my chemistry class.
And were you guys friends, or because this is getting a little weird here?
I mean, we were lab partners.
So you talked often.
I mean, we had chemistry
Yeah,
every
okay.
period.
This is getting a little bizarre. What about anybody else?
They seem to all have like similar excuses. Like, she was in a class, she sat behind me. I traded notes with her.
Then I'll become a little more boisterous, and I'll be like, so you're just hanging out because she's gone and it's weird?
And they're
What
kind
the
of like,
hell's wrong with you people?
they're like looking at each other like and like as like right before you said that, like you heard a ding of an elevator door opening, and a person steps out. And like she like rolls her eyes, and then she hears you say that, and she looks over at you, and she comes walking up to them, and she's like, get out of the way, others live here. And she reaches out for your hand.
Okay.
You take it?
I'll take it, but without letting her, because I'm assuming she's trying to lead me into their common area or whatever of that dorm area.
Mhm.
I'll be like, there are actually people upset about this, and you guys are treating this like it's some kind of freak show. You should be ashamed of yourself. And I will then let her, if that's really what she was doing, lead me in, and I will make an intention of slamming the door behind us.
And like she gets inside, and she like slams her she takes her jacket off, slams it down the couch, throws her purse down. She's like, I can't believe these fuckers. They're constantly out there. I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. Did you did you need something?
And this is how this meta wise, I hadn't quite figured out exactly how I was going to try and play this, but I think I want to approach it from the perspective of a friend of hers, and I'm going to claim that Sean is the friend if she asks. A friend of hers told me about this situation, and I've sort of dealt with things like this before. I was just coming by kind of as a favor to him to see if there was anything I could do to help.
Give me a charisma persuasion roll.
Yes. Is this contested?
No.
Please work,
Difficulty
please
3.
Please work, please
Nothing's as bad as trailing a 7-year-old little girl home from school for 3 hours.
And she knows it.
Yeah.
work.
She's like, Mom, Dad, I'm home.
She's pulling the like Macaulay Culkin. Mom, Dad.
Yeah. I think she sacrificed her parents.
No, she's a spirit.
She like stares at you for a second. She's like, I mean, yeah, that was her room back there. She points and she's like, if you need something, you know, just for telling those kids off, whatever, I'll let you go check it out. And she heads off
Does
into the kitchen.
she start to walk away?
Yeah, she heads off into the
I will
kitchen
catch her
area.
hand as she starts to walk away, and
She-
I will ask her if there's anything that she needs.
She like pulls her hand from yours and she's like,
Like,
no.
not in a creepy manner, but I'll be like, is there anything I can do for you?
She like pauses and she like thinks about it for a moment, and she kind of feels that you had decent intentions there, but she has her hands up. She's like, look, I just want this to be over with. And she turns around and heads off into the kitchen.
Okay. Then I will not press that. Leaving the door open so that it doesn't become weird, I will head into the girls' room and just kind of look around and just familiarize myself with her personal space
So
for at least a
she
second.
has a lot of stuff in her room. So she seemed to fill out her dorm. She has her own little desktop that she has set up on a desk. She has she has a little nightstand next to her bed. This looks like it's probably dorm issued because it all matches those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Inside her nightstand, she has just full of junk, like notepads and things like that.
I mean, do I get a sense of what kind of stuff she was into? Like, is she...
She has posters hanging up on her wall. Looks like pop groups.
Okay. Any kind of sports extracurricular kind of stuff in the room?
I wouldn't say any
Trophies,
sports.
posters, medals, anything?
No, I wouldn't say that she saw you see any sports or any medals and stuff, but you do see that she was part of some. She was in a club with school, like a drama club.
Okay. I'll just kind of sit down on the bed next to the nightstand and maybe flip through some of those notepads or whatever that she had in there and see if any of them seem sort of journal-ish, or if it's just a bunch of crap.
Yeah, you start seeing that it's not a journal, but it's very personal writings. It's not like she's trying to keep track of some notes. It's just that she's writing down her thoughts, and more like in poetic form.
Are any of them dated?
No. You can tell by the ink that they're within the last year.
Okay. I'll maybe kind of tuck a couple pages or so, or a book or whatever into my jacket. Just kind of looking around. Do I see anything else? Do I see a hairbrush or anything else that's...
Yeah, you do find a hairbrush.
You know, this is what Puck told me, so I'm kind of, without being... I feel weird about it to a certain extent, but... I'm assuming the hairbrush
Give me
has
a
hair in it.
wits mind check.
A wits mind check?
Mm-hmm.
2 contested or 2 or...
Difficult to do. Nice. You like as soon as you grab the hair, like the hairs on the back of your neck pop up.
Okay. Without going too formal into it, I'll sit back down on the bed and I'll close my eyes and just kind of concentrate and see if I can kind of get anything little out of it.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna switch scenes.
Okay.
Zenori. All right. So you reach for your phone. You try to get it, but you're kind of trapped. You noticed your bugs are somewhere else. What do you do?
Uh, well, I don't have much dexterity to help.
Uh, can you give me a wits awareness? I'm gonna say difficulty 3. Somebody else is in the room, for lack of a better word, with you.
But I can't see them.
Uh, yeah, you can sense that they're there. Maybe you're at a bad angle or something.
Can I like wiggle around and try and look around me?
Sorry. Look at your whispers.
I see. I meant like. Oh. Super. I guess I'll say hello.
The person answers back. He's like, "Oh, you're awake. Good.
Who are you?
Uh, my name's Dyron. Who are you?"
I'm Zen.
Zen. They have us trapped up in here.
Where is here?
He looks around. He goes.
Who are they?
He was like, I don't know. The blonde chick. She, oh my god, she's some kind of monster. And he looks around. And he's like, I don't know. This, honestly, this place feels really steampunk.
Steampunk?
He's like, I can't really move that much. I can barely see you. I'm. He's like, can you get the webbing out of your eyes? And once I did that, I was able to see what's going on here.
I. What am I laying on? I'm assuming I'm like laying on the ground of some sort.
No, it feels like you're in some kind of hammock.
Oh, great. My arms are like bound or whatever, right?
Yeah, you're stuck in this hammock of web.
Does it feel like I have webs on like my shoulders too?
Yeah, I mean it's surrounding your body, but you're not cocooned in it. You're just more.
Is it possible for me to like rub my my eyes with my shoulders?
Yeah, you could try.
Yeah, I'll try.
I mean, it doesn't seem to have much of effect.
Okay. No, Darren, I can't seem to do that. Who is this blonde chick?
I don't know her name, but she comes in here and she's just not good. She pours these spiders on me, and I I scream, and it hurts. They bite. I feel like my body's on fire, and then she just like grabs something off of me and leaves. I don't know what they want. She doesn't say anything.
I'm gonna try and use correspondence and I guess forces to like push the webbing away from me so that I can actually move a bit.
Okay. What are you using to do that? What kind of focus are you using to make that work?
That's an excellent question. Let's see. I guess I'm going to probably be using my rings in this case.
Okay.
To like mentally be like modifying my surroundings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can see how that would work for you. Okay. Um, basically, in essence, you're reprogramming reality to try to change the adhesiveness of the web. Go ahead and give me a let's see what would that be. An Arete Forces roll would be fair for here.
What difficulty?
2. So you start typing in something and you can kind of almost sense like the web is being reprogrammed. You're hacking
the
reality.
Web.
Ah, that was even better than I planned. But yeah, you're basically hacking reality here, and you change the adhesiveness of the web, and you're able to finally pull yourself up off of it. You still have the problem of you're not exactly sure where you are, and you don't have your bots to help with your other scanners.
Okay. Darren, I can't see very well. Can you talk so I can try and get over to you and help you get free?
He's like, I'm over here. How did you do that?
I learned kung fu when I was young. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and get over to where he is and do the same thing for him.
Okay. Yeah.
Just be like, just close your eyes and keep your breathing calm, and that's how this kung fu works.
So yeah, you get over there and you start tapping in, and eventually you change the programming of that web as well, and he is able to get off. He's like, "What the hell?"
Okay, I'm gonna need you to help lead me out of here, but we gotta try and be really quiet, okay?
He's like, I'm not even sure where here is."
It doesn't matter. We just gotta get away from where they know that we are, so they can't get at us, right?
Okay, I'll see what I could do. Um. So, he starts leading you through, and you're hearing all this machinery moving, and you're hearing a lot of steam explosions, and he finally gets to a spot, and he's like, "Lady, I'm not sure how to get down. We're about 30 feet off the ground."
What's down there?
Grass?
Okay. Um. Is it like a steep cliff?
No, it's like we're uh, on the side of a building.
Oh,
I think this is a utilities plant.
okay.
This might be like, I don't know, a gas utility plant.
Okay. There's no like ladder or fire escape or anything going down the side anywhere?
Not over where we're at. I guess we can try to go somewhere else.
Do you see like a pipe or anything we could use?
I do. Yeah.
Maybe we can try that.
I'm going to remind you that your dexterity is 1 and your athletics is 0.
So what I'm going to do is use magic to help me, but make it seem coincidental.
Okay,
Is
that's
my
fair.
plan.
I can see dexterity forces for your type of magic working here. But how would you? Sorry, how would you focus that?
Probably similarly, especially if I'm using like my hands to help me climb down. Just like, move your hand down, typey typey. Move your hand down, typey typey.
um, see something here.
Don't die.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a dexterity forces check. Difficulty 2.
What did you say the difficulty was? Sorry.
2.
2. Oh. Whew.
So yeah, you're slowly making your way down.
Question?
Yep,
If one of those successes is on a paradox die,
that's okay.
is it if
So-
it's a failure on it? Okay.
So paradox dice only matters if you don't roll enough successes, then you roll a 1 on the
Okay.
paradox die. The other flip is if you roll 2 10s and one of those was on a paradox die.
Okay.
That's a positive paradox backlash.
Okay.
Give me a wit stealth check.
There it is.
So you hear the footsteps of somebody, and so both of you get really quiet and just get really tight to the pipe and holding. And a person comes walking over, and like you hear Gyron whisper to you. It's like, I've seen this guy before in the camp.
Like the homeless camp or somewhere else?
Yeah, the homeless camp.
Okay, just try and remember what he looks like, and we'll talk about it in a second.
After a little bit, the guy walks away, and you guys make your way down. He's like, okay.
I don't know Dyron, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, you might have seen him before at the camp. Actually, you know what? It's been recent enough. You directed Vic to where you directed Vic to where Dyer intends to hang out at the camp.
Okay, so I know that he's associated with Vic.
You only know that because of Vic asking your character. He was like, have you seen this guy? And he shows you a picture, and you're like, yeah, he tends to hang out over there, and that's it.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's like, okay, we're in a field. We're gonna need to. We got a little ways to go to a fence.
Okay.
So.
Is she still blinded?
Yep. So he starts helping you along to the fence.
Okay.
And then give me a wits awareness check. So as you guys are hobbling out, all of a sudden You feel him let go, like just quickly let go, and you hear kind of like a thunk.
Darren.
You're hearing this clicking sound.
Oh, great.
By the way, because this is definitely one of your character background things coming up, gain a beat.
Okay. I'm gonna like kind of crouch down and like feel around me to see if I can feel his body somewhere.
You reach out and you feel an arm.
Like on the ground.
Yep.
Does it still feel warm?
Oh yeah.
Does it feel bloody warm?
Nope.
I'm gonna like kind of shake him and be like, Darren.
A female answers back. I'm not Dyron.
Do I recognize the voice?
Nope.
Who are you?
And she like goes to latch onto you. What do you do?
God, can I guess attempt to portal out. I won't be able to use my bots, so we'll probably only have my. I guess I have my rings and my. Because I don't think well, I might have my glasses. Can we say I have my glasses with me too?
Sure, that's fine.
And use those in tandem to try and just pull myself, and if I can sense him, pull Dyron with me through the digital web.
Unfortunately, you can't pull others through your portal.
Oh, that's right.
That's not until correspondence 4.
I need 4. Okay. I don't have my bots with me, so sorry,
Now,
Darren.
okay. Just because you might not know this on the meta level, just because your bots aren't with you doesn't mean you can't get your bots to you.
Oh, I thought I didn't have access to them.
Nope, you can totally sense them. You know where they're at. So you know the connection between your point and their point. You could totally get them from their point to your point. It's a vulgar effect, but you can totally get them here.
Yeah, I don't care at this point. So,
okay.
Yeah. Nanobot, get.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, you tap in the command, and all of a sudden your nanobots start creating their own portal and seeking toward you. Go ahead and give me a Arete correspondence check. Yep. So, a couple things that you notice real quick. One, your come on. You are. Come on, why isn't this working? You're at this place. This place in Seattle is a place called Gasworks. It is an abandoned utility site. And the person in front of you is this person.
Ugh. No, thank you. Do not want.
You got more successes than her attack, so you were able to get your bots there right in time. What do you do?
Do I see what happened to Dyron?
Yep, she apparently knocked him to the ground.
No, I can't teleport her. Meta-wise, does my character know of any way to get Dyron out of this situation?
Distract her long enough for him to run. He doesn't seem to be knocked out. He just seems to be knocked down.
Okay.
I feel like I really should have named this episode Spiders.
Yeah. Can I start running in one direction and use like correspondence or forces or something to kind of like push Dyron to like help him get back to his feet?
By the way, guys, I'm going to be wrapping up here in about 10 minutes. Go ahead and give me a manipulation correspondence check.
I'm sorry with this noise. Sounds like someone's toking up a cigarette or something.
This is supposed to sound like a utilities steam.
Oh, it does. It just sounds like someone's like bacon.
All right. So, basically, you quickly program an effect for your bots to create a pathway to lead Dyron out and away.
Okay.
And Dyron, like, stands up. He kind of looks at that. He looks over at you. He's like, and
Like go.
and he's like, okay, and he starts running, and he's basically following this almost lighted path.
Is it like one of those like quest markers like that has like little dots?
You know what? That works. Yeah, I could totally see you making something like that.
Question: is this Dyson mine?
Maybe.
Does she recognize him from the picture?
Yes.
Okay.
No. I already covered that. She totally recognizes who this character is and that he's connected to you.
I was sleeping.
Oh, sorry. I feel bad. I never had a player fall asleep before in my game.
Well, I've been going nonstop for days and days and days.
No, I get it. I totally understand. And that's why I'm going to wrap up in about 10 minutes because, yeah, I'm starting to get tired too. So yeah, this girl starts to lash out at you. She swings at you. What do you do?
Dodge and run away from Dyron and try and open up a portal for me to go through to get out of there.
Give me an air take correspondence.
Yes to bots or no?
This would not be co-locality.
Okay.
So you rolled actually 3 successes. Okay. So, your bots form up and create like a little hole for you to jump into, and so you dive into it, and you come out and you start running, and you're actually next to Dyron, so you're able to help start leading him.
Okay.
Give me a paradox check.
Woohoo!
Yep. So you got lucky on that one.
Yay!
But yeah, you popped out, and he was like, "Oh, I thought you went the other way," and you're like, "Yeah, no, we're good." And so as you're running and you're going, you see the spider come walking down your arm, and it strikes and bites you. Take 1 bashing as you flick it off, and you keep running. And you look back to her, and she screams, and as she does, she explodes into a bunch of spiders and starts running across the ground. Uh, uh, she she starts heading, actually, like, she first starts heading towards you, and then she turns, and then she starts heading back towards this gasworks place, and she starts crawling up the building.
So she's not chasing us anymore?
She doesn't seem to. She seems to change her mind on chasing after you guys.
And there's nothing obviously in front of us.
Nope. It looks like you guys have a path to kind of get out of there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and use my bots at this point to like kind of scan like scout ahead type thing. But make sure our path is clear.
Yep. Okay. Sonny, what are you doing next?
I sent the message to Aaron, and I went back to the hotel. Or actually, I tried to call Aaron. Was the last thing we said, but I don't know if she answered or what. I assume she didn't, based off of what she's doing now.
Yep.
So,
Priorities.
so I guess I'm just gonna head back to the hotel and see what I can find on Google. Maybe I can pull up a tax record or something, since those were public knowledge.
Okay.
So,
All right. Vic, what are you trying to do next?
I gotta go let my wife in real quick. I was going to go visit that guy at his work.
That guy? Oh. Okay. That actually might be either a good downtime scene or a good start of next game.
Okay.
Okay. And
Well,
then
I gotta go let Sean in real quick. Hold on.
Yep. Trent. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up your... So you go through the meditations. And
Is it while I'm still there, or do I go back with? So I had just quick closed my eyes just to see like a quick,
oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were trying to go into a meditation.
not in her spot, not in her place. I just wanted to do like a quick glimpse kind of thing, but then actually do it right back at my place
Give
with
me
a little more.
Give me an Airtame Mind difficulty 3. Okay. So so you reach out your senses, and as when you reach out your senses, basically you open your eyes, and she's standing there in front of you, and she reaches out to you, grabs your arm, and it's like, help me, and you feel yourself get pulled.
like pulled like my style of like?
Yes,
Okay.
and I think that might be a good spot to end.
Okay. But that was probably a mistake. It might have still happened that way, but okay.
How you guys feel? Do you guys have fun?
Yeah.
I feel like a creep.
Hey, that's how you play
Love
your character.
creep.
Well, I don't know that I had any other real options, but
Yeah.
it's still kind of creepy.
That's because you need a do it in a Mercedes. It's not so creepy.
It may be.
Mm,
Is that how that works?
Yep.
mm.
It's still creepy.
um. Okay. Are I'm curious how many people are planning on actually following up further with the sorry, um, with the Easton Brewster case.
Oh, I
What's
think
that?
we should.
I am.
I know Vic gave that information to Evie.
What is this? Aaron does not remember.
The case where all the jurors have died.
This is the suffocation case.
I figured that me trying
Oh,
to follow down Manel's situation would have tied me further into that, but I got sidetracked with this girls thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like meta-wise, I think it would be best if we were working more collaboratively on something. So whatever way to do that, I'm cool with.
Okay.
yeah. We've got a lot of different irons in the fire right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There's a lot going on in the world.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that you guys start walking towards those paths that I was like, oh, okay, well, let me tap into those storylines.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Okay. I will bring it back into that cohesive single storyline.
Okay.
There's a lot that I have planned with each one of your individual storylines, but and eventually you guys will be bringing the rest of the group into each one of those storylines because I don't plan on those being complete side quests.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, yeah, I figure it's like one of those like stories where you have like 4 or 5 different like plot lines and then they all like converge and yeah.
Yeah, some of these will link together. Not all of them will. Some of these will link into further stories.
Gotcha.
Sounds good.
You guys at least have fun?
Yeah.
I mean, in like a horrified, creeped out way, but
Say Aaron's gonna have nightmare fuel.
yeah,
for a week
like
now.
I'm not gonna sleep like even worse for like the next week or two.
Yeah.
That picture is disturbing.
It's
It
like
is.
I have things covering it right now. Like I even in OBS I had to put a picture on top of it because I couldn't stand looking at it anymore.
So I've given enough information where a couple of you might have touched onto this, but these are were spiders, and yeah, they're a thing that exists.
What?
That's fucked up.
Where spiders?
Yep.
Yeah.
No thanks.
I'm glad I don't have an insect phobia.
At least it wasn't a were shark.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, on land, I think that's.
Yeah, you just like they flop around and die, right? That's how that
No.
works.
Did you ever see the cartoon like with the teenage mutant sharks?
I've was going street sharks or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
They're like half shark, half
Yeah. Picture
biped.
that.
You know.
Yeah, picture that.
I can't remember the names. They're not Ronin.
Rokia.
Rokia, yeah.
Can they swim through land?
No, but they're very angry.
Yeah.
They're very aggressive creatures.
How the hell do you become a were
Yes,
shark?
we're talking about street sharks.
You're born into it.
You're bitten by a shark
No,
under a full moon.
it doesn't work that way. Sorry.
Okay.